Hey Stampers, Gaynor again. I'm coming back with another 3 fun fold cards for males this time. We're always doing lady cards. I'll show the card, I'll make it, then I'll show all 3 at the end. So this is the first one. I'm pulling up. There's no stamping with this one really until you get inside. So you can see both sides of the designer series paper. I put a little card on the front and then this opens out. I've stamped this little image of the, I think this is Besides Me it's called. I'm not sure if it's retired or not, or is going to retire, but it closes like so, and then I've opened it up on a standard card, popped another sticker in, and some of those. Now I've got any, speed up your OBS studio. No thank you. Big screen thing come up. Stamped a couple more of these beautiful birds inside, got a place for you to stamp a message, and it just stays up better. I have seen these, we've done joyful cards before without the back panel, so you know, if this is on there, so can you imagine that trying to stand up? It would stand up, but I just prefer it on a card that you could open and have extra messages, or you could put some extra designer series paper. I just like a little joyful card. So I'm literally using this is very vanilla, just an off-cut piece. I've scored that this is, I think this is, let me see, 6x4. So it 6x4. So it turns into a 3x4 card base. And we're just going to score that. I like to score both sides. I've already scored my card base. This is Lost Lagoon. Now this is made with, oh, what's it called? Soft Succulent. So it's slightly darker, but I think it goes really well. This is a piece of Sahara sand, I think. This one has retired as well. And I've just got a small border for there. That's where this is going. Our white is going on the inside. I have got to, oh no, I've cut that down to size. We've got a piece of designer series paper. Now you can have it so you can see that side, or you can have it this way so it folds out that way. All right, now I've just got to look. I think this is 6 by 5 5/8. So on the 5 5/8 side, no we don't, we want it on the 6-inch side. So get your 6-inch side, and I'm going to score this at 4 inches, and we're going to do it at 4 inches. Wait now, again, it's getting a bit confused.com. It's been a couple of days since I did this card. We're going to score this, 3 7/8. So there's 4, come in 1, 3 7/8. Excuse me. Excuse me, they're down lucky. Oh, that was a loud one. So I've scored this way this time. Oh, and that's upside down. So am I going to go back that way? I've scored it the wrong way. Doesn't matter. We're going to keep it like this. But you can swap it round. But I think that, oh no, it can, yeah, it can be done that way. So this is 3 7/8. This is 4 inches, and this card is 4 by 5 3/4. This is, now it's scored at 4 by 5 5/8. This is where you get this lovely flap from. I'm going to use my tape runner for quickness. I do like it with the other bits showing. And then we're just going to attach this to this card front. But we all struggle for a male card, and I've done a lot of female Christmas cards over the Christmas period. Now this will be gone, attached to our card base, and you could just literally, leave it like that and add this flap now on there. And have that as your card front, but it wouldn't stand up very well. That's what I'm saying, especially once this is attached. It would lean forward. Hence the reason I put it on a card base. She says all fingers and thumbs. So making sure I've got my card the right way. And this, my card is 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. So you've got that little border and the layer in between the card, the layer, the DSP, and it just, this way you get to see both sides of the DSP. I think that's cute. So we're going to attach this on the front. I think I have to trim this down a little bit. Yeah, I do. So yes, I did. So because that's 4, this is actually, that's 4 by 3, so this is bang on 3. So I'm going to take this down to 2 7/8, and I'm going to take this down to 3 7/8, and it come that size. This is one of the cut parts from the paper. I'm going to grab my corner rounder, and I'm just going to, I might keep them straight actually this time. I actually only rounded those 2 corners, so now we've got these 2 corners rounded. So that is going to get layered on top of there, but we're going to do some stamping on the inside in a minute. I'm just checking the best side to my card. I'm just going to layer this up. So cute. This is going to go on the inside of our card here, which is going to get stamped on. And it's literally, I'm just going to pop it in the bottom corner just to carry on this awesomeness. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals. If you can see what I'm doing, let me. So 1, 2, 3 on there, and I'm going to shove another 2, I think, on this one. We're going to stamp on the inside of that in a moment, so we'll put them on in a minute. So I've got my family man. I'm going to use my, what's it called, Versified. The thing is, I'm going to have to stamp this and leave it open. So let's just pop him in the middle this time instead of on the end. Oh, love it. So cute. And it stamps. I love it. The thing is, I'm not going to colour this in now because it doesn't work well with the blends. It would, but you'd have to make sure it's totally bone dry. And then sometimes it can still run. So I got my little birdies. And I'm just going to literally put them this side, so it looks like they're pointing up at the birds. And then I'm going to take my little birds and I'm just going to dab, dab and dab. And yes, I got a little boo-boo. I can see it there, don't worry. I'm not worried about that card. So let's attach this inside. Cute little cheap tape runners. Hey, I tell you what, they're marvellous, by they're very sticky. Very sticky indeed. So let's get our card lined up. That is so cute. And I can take my eraser. Oh, look at that, it's gone dirty. Look at, trust me, innit? That's better. A clean rubber normally helps. There we go. So we've got the inside. Now we're going to attach our, I'm just going to close that gentle. And we're going to attach some more of our tape runner. And I'm going to just, I'm going to open that up actually. And then I'm just going to roughly get the same either side. That looks good. So we can open that out now and put our flap down. And then we can attach our little bits. And we've got this. I'm going to pop this on this side. You're flipping awesome, it says. And then we're going to have this little campfire. I did love this set, mind. I absolutely adored this. I'm going to pop it so it's hanging over just a little bit by the feet, because it still opens up beautiful. And then still opens up as our card. Holy smokes, you're the best. So, and it does stand up well. But I've got these pearls. And I've got the gold and silver. And I'm going to use the silver pearls. Oh, I don't know, mind you. I might put gold on this one. I did put silver on my other one. Did I put... Oh, yeah, there. I just put 3 silver pearls just to decorate. And now we've got this plain side here. I think I'll use the gold, and I'll just pop 1, 2. And if you don't have the dies to this, or even this paper, use other mail papers. And that stamp on the inside, you could stamp on the front and just give it a little watercolour or use your pencils. But that's card 1. I'm going to pop them to one side. So different sentiments, different way round with the paper. I put him to this side and him in the middle this time. But how cute is that? And we've swapped our papers around. And it still opens for us to stand our card up. I just think they're cute. So there's card 1. I'll pop them to one side and we'll show them again at the end. I've got a new card I saw our lady do. Oh, I'm dropping my little starry bits. There we are. So again, I'm using the same papers. I got 2 stars that are just stars and a single circular star. These are going down. Look at this. Isn't this cute? And this card opens up like this. Or you could put a nice little photo there. Or you could put a little photo inside. And I just stamped celebrating you. The lady had full size paper inside. And then put a card on the back. And now I can't remember her name. And that's not nice of me. That's pretty rude. Oh, let me just see if I can find her name. Cards, fun.fold cards. That's not it. No. I've clicked off the page. Oh. If I remember, I'll show. But it's we've done these type of cards before, but with the bits on the side. So this is, and then we've had the bits on this side, so it's like a concertina at the front. This time, I'm just getting my bits. This is for the inside of the card, and this is 4 by 3.5. My designer's paper is 4 by 3.5 as well. And one of these is 2 inches by 4, and another one is 1 7/8 by 4. You need a piece of cardstock which is 5.5 by 5.5, 4 1/4 by 2, and 3 3/4 by 5.5. So I'm going to do some scoring. So on our 5.5 by 5.5, we're going to score this at, oh, shavings now, 1 1/4. And then we're going to do the same on this one on the long side. We're going to do this at 4 1/4 as well. And then while we've got this on here, I've got a little pencil. 3 3/4, so 2 3/4 right there. Gaynor's forgetting her head. 1 1/4, yes. So if that's 3 3/4, we want to mark this at 2.5. So we're coming down 1 1/4. And on here we're coming down, which is 5.5, so it's 4.5, so 4.25. We're just putting a little mark on there as well. And then what we're going to do, we're going to trim, whoops, from the pencil mark to that top corner, just on the crease. So I'm going to crease it, and we're going to take that score line away from there. So on the score line, and I will have a little pencil mark, but I just take that off. And we're going to do the same with this one. And what I do is grab the pieces I've cut off and hold them together, and they are a more or less exactly the same size, so you know you've done it right. Again, I'm just going to take my pencil mark off. Now you're going to fold these inwards. For some reason, even though I've just cut, I haven't even put it on a track and I haven't scored that bit. For some reason, when I fold this over, you've got a little kink. So I'm just going to burnish. Look, my little corner flicks out. Tiny, let me show you on there. See how it kicks out a little bit? So I'm just going to trim that off. Now we're going to attach that to there. Bangy bang on. And then this piece, which we haven't had to score, we're going to attach that on as well. So we've got 3 layers to our card. So I'm going to use my liquid glue this time, just because it gives me a little bit of extra wiggle space. So I'm just going to glue this section, and you want to come right along the edge and right along the bottom. Line this end up. Now I've got a little bit of extra oozing out, so I can just use my Teflon bone folder. And if you want, you can add each piece as you go in. So this is 2 inches, so that'll be 1 7/8. For some reason I've cut these down to 4 instead of 4 1/8, but I don't mind a little gap there. Just while we're here, oh well. Now I'm going to add this piece of card to here, and we're going to line the bottom and this side up. So let me just have a check. I know I can just like glue this section. Put my finger in it. So I'm going to line this along the bottom here and along that bottom, making sure that's right along the edge. And people are going to think you've spent ages doing this, and you haven't at all. It's taken seconds. Let me just see if I can get that glue off there. That's better. Right, now this piece is going in here. I'm going to make sure I've lined up my designer series paper. I haven't got any more of the cards left, otherwise I'd have done it the other way around. So this is our full panel. So we're going to roughly put that in. It's about right. And then this piece, we're going to add this at the top after we've added our white. So I've got my markings on one side. So what I want to do is yeah, that's roughly the same. The only thing is I find with this Cajun Craze, it doesn't half show up your, and then this piece is just gonna sit over the top. You could make it shorter. I'd sooner have it overlapping than having a gap in between. So making sure it lines up there and there, top and bottom. Whoops. Look at me, I'm heavy-handed. But you can take your time. So there's that card that stands up 3 ways. You can burnish it, give it a good burnishing. Again, this is going to be added on with dimensionals. There's hardly any stamping with this one. But if you don't have these little pieces, stamp yourself some images. I mean, there's the new toolbox one that's coming out shortly. Or did come out, and I'm just filming this before I got mine. Because you know I always film in advance. And I'm just going to stick the cheers. I'm going to have it level at the bottom. You could have put it in the centre one if you wanted. But I've got these lovely little stars. And I'm going to literally add a star here. I'm just using a bit of glue off there. And a star down the bottom. And I'm going to add this little star in the centre. Just going to press those down. Put my ink away. It's not even ink, it's glue. I'm blind as a bat, girls. My eyesight's getting terrible. I think this could do with a clean. It's clogged. Right, again, pearls. And this time I'm going to use the grey. And I'm just going to put one in the centre of each of those stars. Just to give it a little extra something. That is cute. Same as one I've done on it. Look at this little bow, but the sign was smaller. And then celebrating you today. So I've got my little stamp ready. This is not Stampin' Up paper. This is why this ink is, it soaks into the paint cardstock really good. And it doesn't take a lot of drying. And it's a bit on the wonk, but, you know, it's just for video purposes, girls. I will be putting these in my box for the donations, because I donate all my cards, as you know. But there we go. Look how quick and simple that easy card was to make. And there's card 1 with the cars. I love the cars, but I didn't have any more. So I used the ones with the glasses. Got the cheers. Got my little stars down the side. Cute, fun way to add. You could add a photo in there and another piece of white on the back and write your message. You could have a photo in there and you don't mind it poking up the top. But how cute are these cards? So that's card number 2. And now we're moving on to card number 3. This card number 3 is not just a card for the males. It's also a gift card holder, a money holder. You could also slide some photographs in there, but it looks really simple. And it is really simple when you think about it, because I've got a gift card. Well, this is just a tile card, but you could add money, just fold it in half. You could stash a few photographs in there. I've literally got my Stampin' Up. You could also put it in up the top and write a message. You could have it down the bottom and write a message still. You can have it this way. You can have money in there. It's entirely up to you. These are just my cards that I use because they're gift card sizes, but this one is so simple to make. I've already cut my little fishy out because I've got a little fishy under here, and I've added my gems there. Isn't that cute? Thank you for making a difference in my life. And that comes from By the dock. Now, I bought this. I think I used the boat. I don't think I've used any of it, and it came with dies. And I never did a video on this. It's all brand spanking new. Look, literally. I don't think I ever used any of it. It's all brand new. I think I may have used the dies. But the thank you is from here. And it says, thank you for making a difference in my life. I love it. You've got happy birthday. I'll always look up to you, no matter how much I've grown. And here's here for you. But I just thought that sentiment worked perfect for this card. So, I've got my boho blue. I've got the card I made. I have some spare Misty Moonlight. There is my circle. I cut these from scraps from my box. And you can see, because I had nothing to grip onto, it literally, my punches, even though it's not that old, needs a sharpen. Look, see there we go. They're just nails. You're going to need half a piece of cardstock, whether you're American or English. Cut your cardstock in half and then just fold in half and then cut the same. So you can still make an 11 by 4 1/4 card. Ours is 4 1/8 by 11 5/8. So ours is slightly bigger than yours in length, but yours is slightly wider than ours. And I'm literally just going to fold my card in half. That way I know I've got it bang on perfect. I can line the edges up before a crease. And you only need a slight crease. We are going to take our trimmer. And Gaynor just going to measure quick because I've forgotten what I did. I think it's 1 1/2. But yeah, 1 1/2. Now you've folded your card in half. Literally 1 1/2 is up to that edge, but I'm going to flick it this way because my crease is upwards. And I'm literally going to put that in at 1 1/2, and I'm just going to cut down to the score line. You will take yours down to 5 1/2. We're taking ours down to 5 7/8. And I'm just going to burnish them again. And I like to do both sides so my card stays stuck down. And that's how simple this is. So my piece is 2 3/4 by 4 1/2, and this is 2 5/8 by 4 3/8, and I'm just gonna actually just glue that onto there. I'm coming to the end of my tape. I love this stripe paper. I think it's cute, so I'm gonna glue that down anyway. So make sure, I love small borders, you know me girls. So if you're in America and you want a slightly bigger border, you would cut yours down 2 3/4 by 4 1/2, and your designer service paper would be 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. So we need that piece. This piece now is going to get adhered onto here, and I've just literally, because this is 1 1/2, you would cut yours to 1 1/4. I've cut mine to 1 3/8 by the length of my card, minus 1/8 of an inch. So that's going to get attached on there. I mean, on this card I left the blue paper with the fish on, which I've just noticed are all upside down. Oh well, there we go. And I can either stick them the right way. What am I like, girls? Or I can flip this over and have the denim showing. So I think I'm going to flip this over this time and have the denim showing. Joe, you know, you don't notice it till after you put it together, do you? Oh, you've got to have a laugh, haven't you? I was feeling a bit down earlier, feeling a bit sorry for myself. I'm coming off my tablets and I was having the withdrawal and it was making me feel horrible. but it's worth it in the end because I'm no longer on my morphine tablets, and I've been on them for years, and they're highly addictive, and it's not been a very pleasant ride being addicted to prescription drugs, but I'm off them. Yay! It's going to take a couple of months for the pain to subside, they tell me, but the addiction's over and done with, and the withdrawal's over and done with, and I got myself down from 70 milligrams to 10, and for the life of me I couldn't kick the last 10. But I've finally done it this week, and I've told myself, you're not having it anymore. Isn't that cute? Love this. So I'm quite chuffed with myself. I won't say the words proud, because it's a sin to be proud. It's very simple to be proud. Pride was for the first sin. Oh, excuse me. This is that's done by 2 inches. This is 2 3/8. Yes, pride was Satan's first sin. So I try not to be proud of myself. I'm just very chuffed that I did it. So I'm gonna put this on. And we all say it because it's in. But it's one of the 7 deadly sins as well, pride. But I'm chuffed. I'm absolutely chuffed. The Lord gave me strength. I prayed to him for strength. And he got me over it. Same as when I was smoking. He got me over smoking. And, you know, amazing. And it's all glory to our great Lord and Saviour. So now we're going to add... I didn't actually, I glued this flat, but I'm going to add some dimensionals down this side, and I'm going to put some on my circle, and you only need 3 on a circle, and it doesn't matter what side. I'm going to put this side because this is where I've written, so I'm just going to put one either side in between. You don't want to go over halfway. Press, 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 peel, peel, peel. They come off so easy, but after you've pressed them, I find even easier. Perfecto. So now I'm taking my dotted side. I am gonna just keep that as straight as possible. We're also gonna put this. You can have it over here just so it's overlapping a little bit, making sure there's no dimensionals sticking out. That's cute. I got my little fishy, which I added on dimensionals. I fussy cut this out. Slightly smaller than my other fish, but I'm just using scraps of paper. But nobody's ever going to know. Now I can have my fish down the bottom again, up the top. Maybe just... I'm going to have him so his fin is just on that circle. Isn't that cute? And again, I'm going to come in. I'm going to put my scissors away. I've not added no ribbons on any of these because they're male cards. Put my pencil away. Going to pop my tape runner away. Oh, we need some tape. So I've got my little tape. Got my other bits out. Got my 3 little gems, and it's up to you. I'm gonna add them on there again. I just think they look cute coming down that striped paper and breaks it up. So that's cute. Now we're gonna open this side, and we're gonna open this side, and we're literally going to add our tape. You can add it all the way down if you want, or you could add it in strips so you're not using as much tape. And then we're literally going to add a small tether just across to the center. Gonna get my bone fold. If you make sure there's no air bubbles and keep it away from a heat source, it shouldn't peel off and should last a long time. But we're going to take those off, and then what we're going to do is, we know we've folded our card perfect. Just going to line this up with the edge, and we've So we've taped here and here. This is already attached to the card. So let's get, let me grab a scrap of paper actually. I've got a nice little tag here. I know it's going to be too big, but look, it'll fit in there. Beautiful. I mean, it's a big tag. Let me find a piece of scrap paper. In fact, let me put some of this. That's a bit too big. Yes, it's too big, Gaynor. It's massive. So that's about the size of a gift card, maybe a little bit bigger. So your gift card fits in there. You can also, like I'm saying, fold money. You can put your card down the bottom, have a space to write a message. You can put it on the top, because this is not adhering to any tape. Put it at the top, space for your message. And then your card just simply folds over and stands up beautiful. So there we go, 3 fun fold cards for gentlemen. So that's the first one. And all I've done is reverse that paper and added a different fish. So card number 3. We've also got the cards, which is card, and this one is the second card I made with you. So that's card number 2. And then we've got this one, which opens like so. And opens like so. So card 1. Our 3-layered card is card 2, and our fun fold gift card holder. I'm pulling on that one as well, so let's put it in on the side. So we got our fun fold card, stands up like this. 3 lovely fun fold cards for gentlemen. There's the cards. There's the ones we did together. And there's our beautiful fun fold cards. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Massive thumbs up would be excellent from you lovely ladies. Other people get to see the video that way if you share it. And if you come back on another video, I'll have something totally different. So card 1, card 2 and card 3. Thank you for watching. All glory, like I say, to our great Lord and Saviour. He's amazing. And we can't do anything without him. So till next time, love to you all. Bye.